Hey, and welcome to Discard. Today I'm going to talk about a few different gift ideas for people with game rooms or game collections. Let's take a look. So one of the first ideas I thought of that would make a great gift for somebody with a game collection or game room would be signage. One of the cool things that I've noticed in a lot of collections is that a lot of people use different types of posters or signs on their wall to really show off their collection, and it's something that looks really cool in a collection, but may not be the first thing that somebody's thinking of when they're building a collection. Now, one of the first companies that I would trust when it comes to signs is Rose Colored Gaming. And Rose Colored Gaming makes a tremendous amount of different stands for game collections. I would certainly recommend looking into those as well. But they do have a tremendous amount of different signs. They have them for Sega and Nintendo, and they are also all made out of acrylic. Now, I personally haven't made the jump to get one of their signs in the past, but I can say that they do make high quality stuff from what I've seen of their display stands and some of their other items. Now, what sets them apart from other signs that might be on the market is that they are making theirs out of acrylic, but also it's a 3D sign design. So you can physically see the words Nintendo and the outline around Nintendo sticking out, and it just looks really cool that way on the wall. And of course, having options is always a plus, and Rose Colored Gaming gives you the option to choose from small, medium, and large when it comes to these signs. So maybe you don't want a huge, massive sign on your wall. Maybe you'll just go with a smaller one, and you could even stand that up on the side of your shelf. Now, another company that I came across this year that also makes signs almost exclusively is DNA Dimension Designs. They've also made some awesome wooden stands that I've had in my collection, but I actually recently ordered a wooden Nintendo sign from them. Sometimes when you order from these companies, you really never know what you're gonna get, but from DNA Dimension Designs, everything that they've sent me is super high quality, and this sign was no different. I definitely have to say that their sign is my favorite sign that I've seen out there. I really like the wooden design, I like the feel of it, I think it looks really cool on the wall, and I would certainly recommend it. And the biggest thing with this company is that you can talk to them and you can really make a product your own. So if you don't like something about these signs, he's not simply just printing a whole bunch of these out and making them all the same. You could simply talk to him and make it specific to you. You could make it your company name. You could make it the name of your favorite game, but you could talk to him and make it your own individual item. And I think that's really cool in a company like that. Another great gift idea is stands. I talk about stands all the time in my videos. I'm always talking about different display ideas for different types of games or game items in your game collection. And stands is a great way to give somebody something that maybe they wouldn't have purchased for themselves. And when it comes to stands, especially gifting stands, I think it's a great idea to pick one that will work for several different types of games. And that way, when you give it to somebody, they can kind of choose where they're going to use it in their collection. One of these stands that I always fall back on is a nail polish display stand. This is an amazing stand that works for a ton of different types of games. The great thing about this stand is that it is tiered, it is clear, so they can see the artwork on all of their games, and it allows you to pack a ton of different games into a smaller space. And that's why I love tiered stands, that's why I love stuff that's clear. I think it works great, and it's also an awesome stand as a gift because anybody can use it for a bunch of different items in their game collection, including games, including small handheld devices, and even some controllers. Another great, more general display stand for a game collection comes from Single Play Retro Gaming. They've designed their stand to work with the majority of Nintendo cartridges, as well as some Sega cartridges, and they even have another stand that's great for a ton of different handheld cartridges. One of the things I like about this stand is that it is pretty minimal design. It has little clips in there that will clip into your cartridge, and that covers up the stand itself, making the stand kind of invisible. The only part of the stand that you're going to be able to see is the footing, and you have a couple different colors to choose from, white or black. And depending on your shelf, you should pick the right one, and it'll kind of blend into everything that you have in your game collection. Having the games be the forefront of a game collection should be the end goal, and seeing that artwork is a really awesome thing. So game collectors and people with game rooms should absolutely love this design. And another cool kind of generalized display stand is this Sonic the Hedgehog display stand that you can find on Amazon. First cool thing is that it is Sonic the Hedgehog. And I think that's really cool to have him sitting in your game room holding a cartridge or holding your game controller. I think that's pretty awesome. But they also make a bunch of different ones for different games that are out there. But of course, the best part of this item is that it holds the majority of things that are going to be in your game room. It's going to hold cartridges or game controllers or even more stuff that you have that you just haven't found a great way to display. And this is a great way to do that while also incorporating that stand into your game room. It looks like it belongs there instead of just a stand, so it's a huge plus in my book. Another great general idea for game collectors is LED lighting. They have these awesome LED strips that you can purchase out there, and these just simply plug into USB or into the wall, and you unroll them. You can attach them into the back sides of your shelving, and it really makes the lighting look fantastic, but it really adds another element to your game collection. So I think that's a great idea. Oh, and shelving is a huge expense, so you could even send a gift card to somebody or money and say that it's for shelving for their game collection, especially if their game collection is expanding or maybe their shelves are running down. Shelving can be one of those most expensive things in a game collection, so having the help would certainly be appreciated by people with game collections. So that's another idea. So thanks for coming and checking out Discard today. If you have any other ideas on gifts for people with game collections or game rooms, please leave them in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of people will be looking for that. It'll be much appreciated. If you want to help out Discard past the subscription, please check out patreon.com/discard. Check out all the awesome stuff you can get for $2 a month. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. But otherwise, have a great day and collect what you love.